My good learners there back at home, I believe you are still keeping safe. I want to take you through the last part of these kind of sentences, changing of active sentences to passive sentences, passive voice sentences. I believe that you are still aware of the kind of sentences I took you through the last time. We had the simple present sentences and the simple past sentences that do not use what? Helping verbs. The active sentences have no helping verbs unless unless now you are writing their passives. Their passives are the ones that now need to have the helping verbs. Come to these two whereby I say that when you just see the word continuous, that means that the verb must be holding an ing. She is cooking dinner. Dinner is being cooked. And I emphasized here and say that in their passive, this word being should be used. Once you see an ing in the sentence, being must be included. Today I want to take you through the last part, which is having the present perfect tense sentence and the past perfect sentence. I know you are not able to remember the perfects, but I can still take you through very fast. What are perfects? Perfects refers to actions or actions that have been done but not long time ago. Between past and present, in the middle here, we always have the perfect. And because of that, a perfect always uses three special helping verbs. These are has in singular, have in plural, and we have had. Don't worry, I'm going to categorically put these verbs in their respective places. Let me start by taking you through the present perfect tense. I've told you that a perfect is an action that has been done but not long time ago. For present now, you are going to pick on these two, whereby their active sentence must be having has in singular and have in plural. And when you are changing them to passive, when you are changing these sentences to passive, these two verbs are maintained. The verbs are maintained. The verbs are maintained when you are changing them. Their passives now have these verbs maintained in them. The only special thing you need to know is that both the present and the perfect, when you are changing to passive, this word must be included. Just like when you are changing the INGs, the word being must be included. Come to this one and give an example. For example, Jane has taken the bags. Jane has taken the bags. Remember, I had said that Jane is our subject or our doer. The bags becomes our object. So in passive object starts so that it becomes the bags. Because the bags are in plural, you come up here and pick a verb that is in plural, which is have. You can't pick on has because you are having the bags. So that it becomes the bags have been taken by Jane or full stop. It's not a crime when you just end your sentence here. The second sentence can be my parents have taken job to school. So that it becomes job is our object, my parents is our subject or doer. So it becomes job has. Job is one person. Has. Remember the word been. Taken. Has been taken to school, full stop, or by my parents or by them. Not a crime. Believe I'm clear there. Those ones that are using the present perfect tenses. This is how you change them. Remember the word being. Remember the word being. For an ing, remember the word being. We continue and move to past perfect tense. Past perfect tense. Just the same way I've told you that a perfect is an action that has been done but not long time ago. Special verb used here in our sentence, both active and passive, is always one, which is had. For example, the pupils had taken the books. The pupils, our subject or doer, the books, our object. So the object starts the sentence so that it becomes the books had been. Don't change anything. This one remains the same in both plural and singular. The only problem comes in when it is a present perfect. For a present, if it is the books, it takes have. If it is the book, it takes has. But in past perfect, you maintain the verb in both singular and plural so that it becomes the books had. Remember our special word been. Taken by the pupils. And my children, remember here, if the sentence is supposed to start with they, it is because they is following this word books. What if it could have been the people had taken a book? Then my sentence could have started with a book. A book had been taken. I believe I'm clear. Mind this word that is always here before the real object. So don't put there your own word. Another sentence can be pupils had picked the mango. Pupils had picked the mangoes so that it becomes this being our object and this being our subject or doer. Object now starts the sentence so that it becomes the mangoes had been picked by pupils. Remember, my active sentence did not start with the pupils. It started with pupils. So, before pupils, there is no article. Don't put there picked by the pupils. You'll be wrong. The mangoes had been picked by pupils. When you put there they, that alternative, that answer will always be there too, so that you get confused. So don't confuse yourself. Now, I have this as your exercise. I believe I have no question. But before I give this work to do, I can still take you through. I've said that simple present sentences and simple past sentences do not have a helping verb. The time they require a helping verb is when you are changing them to passive. You'll go through your work that I sent to the group the other day. Past and present continuous. With continuous in your sentence, you need an ing. In their passive, remember to use the word being, depending on the time, if it is past or present. For past, just to remind you, for past, we always use was or were. Was for singular, were in plural. Then for present, am, is, are. Is for singular, are for plural. Just to remind you, today we've looked at perfects. Now, this is our work to do. Change the following sentences from active to passive. Number 1. I had already written here, no problem. This is the work instead of rewriting. This is the work, just do it. Then capture it in form of a picture or a photo, then send it to me. I'll simply mark.